darling, it's been a long, cold, lonely winter. Little darling, it seems like years since it's been clear. Here comes the sun, here comes the sun, and I say, hey, it's alright. Little darling, the smiles returning to their faces. Little darling, it seems like years since it's been clear. Here comes the sun, here comes the sun, and I say, hey, it's alright. Sun, 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 here it comes. 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 La 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 la. It's alright. It's alright. I think that's a compliment, but I'm not sure. It's a left-handed one, I'm sure. Came down like level-wise, just energy-wise? Huh. I don't know. No, could be I was trying to play it super clean because I saw you had your headphones on. As clean as I could possibly get. I'm going to impress the guy. Yeah, it never ends. This feels just clean, quiet. Yeah. Well, who makes it? Good. Well, it sounds like we've got it. Well, we can crank it. Tonight's going to be a good night. I've just been flat. I mean, energetically, spiritually, whatever. Just so dull. Do you ever have days like that when? Probably not. You probably haven't had a bad day in your life. Oh, okay. Okay, all right. Yeah, you know, that's true. I'm sure you did. I know. I think it's just plain old midlife, to be honest with you. Bringing it in a little. Well, let me play us a song. Feels so good. Do you know what time doors are? I'll do 2 songs. Huh? Okay. Well, it hit him one morning, it came without warning. He was still in the prime of his life. Well, he took to his bed with a terrible feeling as the doctors were rushed to his side. Some kind of voodoo curse, some dark aboriginal spell. Did you turn it up? Turn it up! I'm going to do my new song and then I'll just be done. If I fell from grace with you, I pray I'd never fall in love again. If our ship could sail from view, I'd never wanna feel another breath of wind. If you lost your faith in me, I don't know what I do. And I'm not sure who I'd be if I fell from grace with you. If you turned and walked away, would I find the voice to turn you round? Would you hear the words I'd say somewhere inside a hollow sound? If you never called my name, how could I answer true? If you turned and walked away, and I fell from grace with you. Oh, it's nice up here. A fatherless child being raised by his brother in a fatherless country, defending another, pretending he's really not that scared. Guardian angels, were they ever there? All of your life I've been your brother. I was getting my way, we couldn't stand one another. And all of the times I let you down, and all you wanted was just to hang around. Face to face, we did it the hard way. Back to back, together alone, but heart to heart, we're crying out loud. You know I could be a better brother now.
pretty much our show. Well, okay, I'll give you the rest of that one. That's a brand new one. It's got this bridge, and I don't know how the music goes, but it's something like, walking in a suit of armor, Daddy's little hand-me-down. Inside is just a little boy who moves the arms and legs around. Suffer the child who gets lost in the children, when one of a kind becomes one of the million, and each of us on his own. Where's the love of a brother in this heartbroken home? Face to face, we did it the hard way. Back to back, together alone, but heart to heart, for crying out loud. Do you always have to be so goddamn proud? I could be a better brother now. That's how that one is. You like it? Oh, thanks. I'm hoping that... No, I laid the tag at the end. Oh, good. Well, I'm hoping that the music... It's kind of tough to follow the opening act. Little darling, it's been a long, cold, lonely winter. Little darling, it seems like years since it's been here. Here comes the sun, here comes the sun, and I say, hey, it's alright. Little darling, the smiles returning to their faces. Little darling, it seems like years since it's been here. Here comes the sun, yes. Here comes the sun, and I say, hey, it's alright. Sun, 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 here it comes. 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 La 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 la. I feel that ice is slowly melting. Little darling, it seems like years since it's been clear. Here comes the sun, here comes the sun, and I say, hey, it's alright. Here comes the sun, here comes the sun, and I say, it's alright. It's alright. It's alright. Thank you. Well, it's a pleasure to be back here and to be singing for you. Seems like we have some decent weather this time. It's kind of rare.
this has been a motor trip for me, and I've spent a lot of time in my car. Just been pretty much in the car, in the car. I've drove from Nashville. I've done 7 or 8 shows this trip, and it's been an interesting time. It's been a while since I've done that tour, and I have enjoyed it. It's nice to be in the car. I remember one time driving across Kansas before the interstate. Highway 36, and you don't stop until you have to go. And so badly, and you're doing the pee-pee dance in the car, And you're starving to death, and you're out of gas. And you're hoping for that miracle to appear over the hill, and Amico, And first things first, you stand there and you watch the tiles move around while you're in the bathroom, and then you go eat, and then you gas up the car. And I did all that, and I'd been traveling alone, and I sat down in the passenger seat. And I thought, something's wrong here, man. I don't know. I don't push it quite that hard anymore. But Gil, I need just to hear more monitors, just overall. Now this is a brand new song which I should do early, while I can remember the lyrics.
If I fell from grace with you, I pray I'd never fall in love again. If our ship should sail from view, I'd never want to feel another breath of wind. If you lost your faith in me, I don't know what I do, and I'm not sure who I'd be if I fell from grace with you. If you turned and walked away, would I find the voice to bring you round? Would you hear the words I'd say somewhere inside the hollow sand? If you never call my name, how could I answer true? If you turned and walked away, and I fell from grace with you, would my life roll on as if gray would bloom, as if right were wrong and December, June? If I never touched your face, morning still would find the light. Not a river lose its way, nor careless moon forget to rise. If you wandered from this place, how could I answer true? But who would hold me close this way if I fell from grace with you? If I fell from grace with you.
Thank you. Well, thanks very much. I'm wondering, are we a little loud or are we okay? Is this too loud? Can we turn it down a little bit? Yeah, I think maybe we turn it out. Usually it's the people in front who say turn it down and the people in back who say turn it up, and I say trade places. But in this case, I think we might be a little hot. Yeah, just a little bit. I could hear myself coming back off the wall, and I thought, well, okay. I can prove that I have the power here.
My favorite frogman, you all know he got a black wetsuit and he's ready to go. He's got a mini sub and he don't care, no. He don't ever come up for air. Jacques Cousteau, how low, baby, can you go? From sea to shining sea, he's checking them out for you and me. He's got a tank on his back, strapped and locked. He's got goggles and flippers and he's ready to rock. He shoots the fishies one by one, only with the camera, never see gun. Jacques Cousteau, how low, baby, can you go? From sea to shining sea, checking them out for you and me. Atlantic, magnifique, Pacific, terrific. Well, he's a friend of the whale and a friend of the shark and all the little fishies that glow in the dark. Jacques and the fishes, they're doing the swim. I say jump back, Jacques, and do it again. He don't work no 9 to 5. He say la vie. He take another dive. Jacques Cousteau, how low, baby, can you go? From sea to shining sea, checking them out for you and me. He said, scuba dooba, scuba dooba, scuba dooba dooba. He said, scuba dooba, scuba dooba, scuba dooba doo. Whoa, whoa, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Thank you. Well, I've had a good year. Since I saw you last, I've been traveling still quite a bit with Alison Krauss and having a wonderful time. In fact, that song before last, If I Fell From Grace With You, is going to be a duet that we will do together to be just music to my ears. Kids are getting older now. Have beards and canes. Yep, Stan blew up the transmission in the van the other day. Actually, I think God did. But I don't understand why every time I get back in my car, there's, like window crank is on the floor or something, and you go, those things don't usually happen, but I don't know. He's 16 and he's driving now. And every time I get in the car, something's wrong and it's not his fault. So I don't know what that means. I told you the story about him calling the 900 number, I'm sure. Just to prove his manhood, he ordered a video and had it sent to the house. I didn't get to see any of it. But the neighbors did. because he watched it at their house. And they came home from church early. And that's how we found out that he'd ordered a video. And there wasn't much punishment required because, well, he was devastated, actually. Poor guy. We talked about pornography. We talked about breaking and entering, too. Because nobody seems to know how he got in their house. And my favorite part of that whole episode was that the mom, this is Nashville, right? This is the Bible Belt for sure. The mom said, "Is this going to get in the papers?" I said, "No, it's not." And then I said, "Why? How bad was the video?" And she got this look on her face. She said, "There was no storyline at all." And that means, it's got to mean, that she watched the whole thing. I think she did.
Dirty hands, dirty faces. What am I gonna do about you? You've been out playing in those forbidden places, so run along and wash 'em up. Your supper's getting cool. Hurry up, slow down. How can you be so clumsy? Didn't you see it standing there? Go on now, answer me before I get angry. And go to your room, shut the door, and see if I care. Yes, but someday, when we're standing eye to eye, and your trucks and your guns are all behind, I hope you'll be more kind and understanding with your daddy than I was with mine. Day to day, it slips away. You're in diapers and then you're dancing, and the music that you hear is not me. Sometimes I forget about the things that really matter. Holding tighter, you're running faster as you struggle to be free. Yes, but someday, when we're standing eye to eye, and your trucks and your guns are all behind, well, I hope you'll be more kind and understanding with your daddy than I was with mine. So on your way, my little one, you got some dreams to find. Still I hope you'll be more kind and understanding with your daddy than I was with
Thank you. Thanks. Well, I have something kind of depressing now I'd like to sing for you if I could. Actually, it is fun to do that song because the girls cry. They're kind of hoping that the guys will, and the guys don't. It's kinda like I should do kind of a palate cleansing song now. You know, kind of like the orange sorbet that they give you. And I have one.
Ain't this the life? Ain't this the life? Ain't this the life, dealer? Lying underneath a shady old tree, I thought I heard a little birdie singing to me, say, ain't these the sticks? Ain't these the bucks? And ain't this the life he loves? Ain't this the Ritz? Ain't this the Ritz? Ain't this the Ritz Hotel? Nobody will tell us what to do. So I'll tell me, you tell you, and ain't it a stitch, and ain't it a bitch, and ain't this the Ritz Hotel? After you, my dear Alphonse. No, after you, my dear Gaston. No, after you, my dear Alphonse. Nope, after you, my dear Gaston. No, after you, my dear Alphonse. No, after you, my dear Gaston. Well, if you insist, my dear Alphonse. Certainly do, my dear Gaston. I certainly do. Ain't this the chairs? Ain't this the chairs? Ain't this the chairs, Louis? Well, you got the brains, I got the looks. We'll both be pals forever in life. Look, and ain't it a stitch? And ain't it a bitch? And ain't this the life? Look.
Thanks. There sure are enough dime store cowboys in Nashville, Tennessee. Every time I'm getting cynical, I think. Every time I see a cowboy hat, if it's if it's out in the country, then I can make an assumption. Yes, it might be a cowboy. But when I'm in Nashville and I see a cowboy hat, I say, it's not a cowboy. And he doesn't need that hat, especially in the airport like that. And then the old hippie in me takes over, and I say, well, he's probably waspy, probably a Republican, he's probably homophobic, and he's probably looking over, look at that old hippie over there, what's he doing? Have an idea for a country song. This would be a female vocal, and the title of the song would be, If I'd have Shot Him Sooner, I'd Be Out by Now. Yeah. And you know how it'd go, like, if I'd have shot him sooner. Yeah, you get it. This is a country song. Because it is, you got to have those S's. You got to say those S's like this. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just too much chicken a la king or something. I don't know. And it's usually songs like, if you think you've reached the bottom, just look down. If you think I'm gonna sing a song, you're right, I am. About how uptight I am. Since you've been gone, I got the blues. I don't know what else to do. But maybe one of these days I'll find a garbage can that's big enough and throw myself away. If you think I'm gonna say you're wrong, right, I am. About how uptight I am. Since you've been gone, I got the blues. I don't know what else to do. But maybe one of these days I'll find a garbage
garbage can that's big enough and throw myself away. Guitar solo. Throw myself away. Thank you. Throw myself away, and then they'll haul me to the dump. Throw me on some heap, and in a week I'll smell so bad that anyone coming to see me probably have to hold his nose. But you'll come out like you always, smelling like a rose. Thank you.
And I apologize. Yeah, I made some country records, but they were before Garth. You know, this is a whole different era. It was BG. It was kind of an experimental time. You didn't have to wear rhinestones and stuff. And of course, the audience was a lot smaller. This song's called Ponies.
Somewhere out on the prairie, is the great cowboy that's ever been. And when he lays his hands upon the ponies, they shudder with an understanding skin. And he says, ponies, well now ponies, don't you worry, I have not come to steal your fire away. I want to fly with you across the sunrise, discover what begins each shining day. When the storm clouds in the west are quickly gathering, the ponies they run wild before it rains. You'll see their sleek, dark bodies brightly gleaming. You know the fire is flying through their brains. And he says, ponies, well now ponies, don't you worry, I have not come to steal your fire away. I want to fly with you across sunrise, discover what begins each shining day. Discover what begins each shining day.
Thank you. it's a fun career. This is a good job. It doesn't feel like a job most of the time, but in the car, though, feels like a job there. I play at Orchestra Hall in Minneapolis every December 26th, and it's been 20 years now. And it's fun, and it's always a little scary because, you know, in heart, I know they're on to me. They know everything I've ever done, and you guys do too, so uh-oh. And this past Christmas, I was walking in Minneapolis at the airport past the National Rental Car Counter, and there were two really cute Scandinavian blonde girls there. And one said, "I think that's Michael Johnson." And the other one said, "I used to love him." And I wanted to go, but I didn't. But there are a lot of other fun things about it too. Like you can work with people whose careers you've idolized, and the next thing you know, you're kind of hanging out with them. I'm getting ready to name drop right now. This is my friend Alison Krauss sings on this song on my CD, and her band actually, One by One. It's a cool thing. When I work with her, she walks out sometimes in curls, and she'll tell everybody to shut up, you know, and then she'll introduce me, and I'll do my little show, and one by one, members of her band will come out. And at the end, her whole band's out, and then she comes out. Not in curlers anymore. It's pretty cool. Anyway, there's this great mandolin solo in this song. Picture your glee. Not just this. I'll let you know when it happens. Sounds like short people, doesn't it? It isn't.
Back in 37, when she first walked down that street, she was such a knockout. She could make your heart beat scared. Hiding from the winter, living in a pink hotel in Miami Beach. In Miami Beach. So she lived a long life underneath a pastel sky. She let the ocean bathe her and the trade winds blow her dry. The sun shone on her beauty till it faded clear away in Miami Beach. In Miami Beach. Now she sits all day in front of her hotel, as if waiting for somebody to arrive. And so now the whole wide world has dwindled down to a single wicker chair on Ocean Drive. $1,000,000 babies walk right by her every day. They don't care to know her, but if they should ask, she'd say, "I must be your future, 'cause you surely are my past in Miami Beach. In Miami Beach. La, la, oh, in Miami Beach."
Thanks. Okay. This song is called Why It Kills Us to Compromise. It's kind of a snotty song. It's as close as I can get to an attitude these days. My 14-year-old wants a nose ring. I sat next to a guy on the plane who had 4 nose rings. And I had to ask him. He wasn't my kid, so I could talk to him. You know? It's probably your kid. Yeah, but I said, okay, tell me why. I mean, why 4 nose rings? And he said, the women really think it's great, man. And I didn't ask him, which women that might be. But, okay. So then I said, so like if you have a cold and you don't have them in and you sneeze, does it like out the side, you know? And we weren't friends after that. He didn't have nothing more to say to me. But he wasn't my kid, you know? I didn't have to be careful. And now, you know, my 16-year-old, you can either look at him or talk to him. It's just, but both is too much for him. You can talk to him through the door. And I swear, I will never forget the day I looked at him and I said, Stan, do you know what you want for breakfast? And he said, no, what? And he was a little bit, you know, irritated. And you better be right, too. I mean, what is it? That has nothing to do with this song.
Well, it hit him one morning, it came without warning. He was still in the prime of his life. Well, he took to his bed with a terrible feeling as the doctors were rushed to his side. Some kind of voodoo curse, some dark aboriginal spell, too malignant to ever reverse, too abstract for the power of science to quell. Well, they huddled around him with pills and prescriptions. They filled his head with advice. They left him no cure for the things he was seeing that kept him on edge every night. There isn't a medicine made to put back the fire in your eyes. Nobody knows why it kills us to compromise. There isn't a medicine made to put back the fire in your eyes. Nobody knows why it kills us to compromise. Is it chemical, spiritual, emotional, material, the dye that we use on our hair, the creamer in coffee that lowers our resistance, something unseen in the air? How can the soul stand up, subjected to all this disease? The day we drop dead on the street, to the prickly rash we develop on the soles of our feet. No talking in tongues, no laying on of hands, no soaking the body in ice can ever replenish the vitamins lacking that keep us on edge of our lives. Such a medicine made to put back the fire in your eyes. Nobody knows why it kills us to compromise. Such a medicine made to put back the fire. us to come.
Thank you. I'm gonna do one more song and then take a little break, because that's what they do.
I don't pick up the mail, I don't pick up the phone, I don't answer the door, I'd as soon be alone. I don't keep this place up, just keep the lights down. I don't live in these rooms, I just rattle around. I'm just a ghost in this house, I'm just a shadow upon these walls. As quietly as a mouse, I haunt these halls. I'm just a whisper of smoke, I'm all that's left of two hearts on fire that once burned out of control. It took my body and soul. I'm just a ghost in this house. I don't mind if it rains, I don't care if it's clear, staying in. There's another ghost here. She sits down on your chair and he shines with your light, and she lays down her head on your pillow at night. I'm just a ghost in this house, I'm just a shell of the man I was. I'm living proof of the damage heartbreak does. I'm just a whisper of smoke, I'm all that's left of two hearts on fire that once burned out of control. My body and soul, I'm just a ghost in this house that once burned out of control. It took my body and soul. I'm just a ghost in this house.
Thank you very much. I'll be back in about 10-15 minutes.
In the middle of late last night, I was sitting on a curb. Didn't know what about, but something had me quite disturbed. The street sweeper comes whipping by and he's bouncing every step. Seems strange how good he felt, so I asked him while he sweat. He said it's my job to be cleaning up this mess, and that's the best reason to go for me. It's my job to be better than the rest, and that makes the day for me. Got an uncle that owns a bank, he's a self-made millionaire. Never had anyone to thank, never had no one to care. He always seemed kinda sad to me, so I asked him why that was. He told me it's because in my contract there's a clause that says it's my job to be worried half to death, and that's the thing people respect in me. It's my job, and without it I'd be less than what I expect to be. Well, I've been lazy all my life, singing songs and sleeping late. Any manual labor I've done is purely by mistake. If street sweepers smile, then I've got no right to feel upset. But sometimes I still forget till the lights come on and the stage is set and the song hits home and you feel that sweat. It's my job to be different from the rest, and that's the best reason to go for me. It's my job to be better than the rest, and that's a tough ache for me. It's my job to be cleaning up this mess, and that's the best reason to go for me. It's my job to be different from the rest, and that makes the day for me.
Well, thank you. I had a couple requests. I had to work on a couple of them back there, so. You know, you get a little old. I'm having trouble with my short-term. With my short. No. Okay. Have to be in tune.
Half the moon is shining tonight, half the moon is pitch black, and I've got half a chance that you might turn around and come back. And half my love is seeing the light, half my love is still blind. It keeps on thinking tomorrow you'll change your mind. Half our hearts were doing just fine, half our hearts were in doubt, and half the time while walking the line I ended up stepping out. And half my prayers were praying to God, half my prayers were to you. Tonight it looks like the answers are overdue. And I'm feeling just how hard half the moon can pull. I swear my heart might crack in two if that moon would fall. Half the moon is shining tonight, half the moon's up and gone. You must have taken half of its light to find the road that you're on. And half my love is seen makes that missing half the moon hard to find. Makes that missing half the moon hard to find. She is fixed in his mind like the picture he's kept in his wallet for years, and the image has never been tarnished by the sweat and the tears. And to him it appears that the moon is still over her shoulder, and the ribbon is still her hair. And he can still see her dancing, and the music is still in the air. Sometimes he finds it's amazing that all of his children are wed, when their mother, she is still turning 18 and turning his head. She still turns his head, and the moon is still over her shoulder, and the stars are still falling above. She never gets 1 minute older, and he is still falling in love.
Thank you. You're welcome. Well, thank you very much. I have got a working man song for you because I have read about work, and I've done some research. I've seen some TV shows about it. Neil and Leandra paid me a great compliment. They told me that their opening act song, they used a line that my dad used to tell me, which was, well, you didn't exactly stop the show, but you certainly slowed it down. And so I'm honored to have his vaudevillian eulogized. A eulogized vaudevillian. Hey, you didn't think you were ever going to hear those two words together, did you? It's called Company Man.
She keeps my picture inside of her locket. She's got a most unforgettable face. She goes for walks with her hands in her pockets. She's a girl of impeccable taste. I work the mill and I vote with the union. Just like my father, I'm a company man. She'll go away to a school in New England, and I'll spend my life working with my hands. And oh, she's never Some things were decided so long ago. I sat alone in a chair in her parlor, and I looked down at the cuts on my hands. Her father smiles, he treats me kindly, but I know I don't fit into his plan. We'll meet tonight down at the drugstore. We'll say goodbye and tomorrow she'll leave. She'll cry and say she'll love me forever, but I know in time she'll forget about me. And oh, she's never gonna be mine, I know. Some things were decided so long ago. But oh, someday I'll own this trip. Someday I'll own this town. Someday I'll get her back some way, somehow.
Thanks. Thank you very much. Okay. I've given up on my tuner down there. I'm going to have to rely on my own head now. It's scary. I've learned one thing, and probably only one, over the years, and that is if you have to tune all 6 of these things, you started with the wrong one. And what happens to a solo guitar player, singer, songwriter, one-person band, all-round good egg, fine American, is we play too fast, we play too busy, we tune too sharp, and we rush. So I'll try and not do any of that right now.
Way up in the mountains on the high timberline, there's a twisted old tree called the Bristlecone pine. The wind there is bitter, it cuts like a knife, and it keeps that tree holding on for dear life. But hold on, it does, standing its ground, standing as empires rise and fall down. When Jesus was gathering lambs to his fold, the tree was already 1,000 years old. Now the way I have lived, there ain't no way to tell when I die if I'm going to heaven or hell. So when I'm laid to rest, it would suit me just fine to sleep at the feet of the Bristlecone pine. For as I would slowly return to the earth, what little this body of mine might be worth would soon start to nourish the roots of that tree. And it would partake of the essence of me. And who knows, but that as the centuries turn, a small spark of me might continue to burn, as long as the sun did continue Bristlecone.
Thank you. The 40s song for you. I think I'm stuck in the 40s. I have a friend who says that everybody stops somewhere musically and they have their favorite point of reference, you know, and for many of us it was James Taylor, Joni Mitchell. For my dad it was Ray Conniff. And everything was great. It wasn't Ray Conniff, it was fine, you know. And I think I stopped somewhere before I was born, back in the 40s.
Tried to level with you, eye to eye. Knew I'd find the devil in you by and by. But I don't really wanna be the last one singing the blues. When it comes to fiction, you're the best I've met. All the little lies are gonna get you, yeah. 'Cause I don't really wanna be the last one singing the blues. Say that you love me. If you really love me, then why do you treat me this way? The game is that you're gone again. It's off and then it's on again. Well, someday I just won't play. If all I do is catch you in the same old lie, I'll just have to look at you with different eyes. 'Cause I don't really want to be the last one singing the blues. You say that you love me. If you really love me, then why do you treat me this way? The game is that you're gone. It's off and then it's on. Someday I just won't play. I just won't play. Fate will soon determine who's the one to lose. And I will be the one to find my walking shoes. 'Cause I don't really wanna be the last one. You know I'd really hate to pull a fast one, but I don't really wanna be the last one singing the blues.
Well, thank you. Here's an American song for you. If you're happy and you know it. No, it's not those. Oh, thank you. If you're happy and you know it. If. That's very good. Okay, just the white people. That was fun. That was a lot of fun. Okay. This particular American song was when you sit down at the piano and with your knuckles on the black keys You know, you do that thing. And you would do that, you know, until somebody said, hey, don't do that anymore. And then you say, okay. And then you'd go, boom, de-yada, boom, de-yada, boom, de-yada, boom, de-yada. And you could do that a lot longer because that's a duet. That's when your girlfriend or your mom or your little brother or somebody would sit down next to you and with one finger or two fingers in octaves sometimes. You know how they'd go? They'd go, da, 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 ha, la, 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 la. Where are you now? Ha, la, 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 la. Ha, la, 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 la. Then somebody'd have to go, blue moon, da, 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 da. Right? That's American music. Pardon me? Well, yeah. And we'll get to that one too. But you're right, absolutely. Yep. Well, that's what the song's about. For hands, heart and soul, out of tune on my old piano. Days were hot, nights were slow, fingers popping to the radio, and you were always right beside me. When trouble came, you would hide me. You will always be heart and soul to me. And you'd write me poetry, simple lines, so innocently, songs born from my guitar, easy ones about the moon and stars, and you were always right beside me. When trouble came, you would hide me. You will always be heart and soul to me. I wonder where you are tonight. I wonder in whose arms tonight. I wonder if you think of me with your heart and soul in the key of C. Oh, you were always right beside me. Yes, when trouble came, you would hide me. You will always be, oh, in my mind, I can see. You will always be heart and soul to me. Thank you. Oh, I've got a recovery song for you. It is politically correct, of course, to be recovering from something. Just about anything will do. And as a recovering Catholic, they say you get better, but you never get well. Yeah, I'm one of those guys who, I miss Latin. You know, and Windy Velvet and stained glass and candles and incense and wine and chanting. Yeah. Maybe I better go back, huh? I guess so. Either that or just be a hippie. because that's all they had was candles and incense and stained glass and wine and chanting. So how many people are recovering? No, I won't. How many people have been in jail recently? Therapy? Marriage counseling? Same guy the whole time. It's Joe. There were things written on the bunk above me at the Camden County Jail 22 years ago. I could barely read them with my hangover. But they didn't say, like, for a good time call. People get religion in jail is what actually happens. And I used to think, yeah, what a cop-out, you know. People get religion in the hospital and in the foxhole and in jail. But actually, it's pretty damn good timing if you think about it. But, you know, as a Catholic, we never read the Bible, so I didn't know what the scripture meant. And, you know, it'd say, or it is written, he who shall, so shall he who. And I didn't know if the guy maybe got out early or what. But I did get the idea for this song back then.
Half of my blood, Cain's blood. Half of my blood is able. One eye looks to heaven, one eye looks for trouble. Half of my blood is Cain's blood. Half of my blood is able. One eye looks to heaven, one eye looks for trouble. Sweet mother, she sang in the Sunday choir. On her head was a halo. She spoke brimstone and fire. Yeah, Daddy lived by the bottle. Daddy died by the barn. Well, he froze one night. Mama said, serves him right. Devil can keep him warm. Half of my blood is Cain's blood. Half of my blood is able. One eye looks to heaven, one eye looks for trouble. Yes, I always saw myself as a simple man. There's a man in the mirror I don't understand. Every day I fight it, but I know down deep it's the secrets I've been keeping, rising from their sleep. Now that you know me, do you still need me, or just half the man? Deep in the darkness, can you still see the light? Will you take me as I am? Half of my blood is a Cain's blood. Half of my blood is able. One eye looks to heaven, one eye looks for trouble. Half of my blood is Cain's blood. Half of my blood is able. One eye looks to heaven, one eye looks for trouble.
Well, thank you. I did a song during the sound check decided that it was finished then. I don't know why I'm telling you this. He's working without a net, folks. That's why I've told you. So you'd be on edge right there with me. So it really does have to be in tune. Just talk among yourselves for a second. Think they killed Hoffa?
Fatherless child being raised by his brother in a fatherless country, defending another, pretending he's really not that scared. Guardian angels, were they ever there? All of your life I've been your brother. I was getting my way, we couldn't stand one another. And all of the times I let you down, and all that you wanted was just to hang around. Face to face, we did it the hard way. Back to back, together alone, but heart to heart, for crying out loud, you know I could be a better brother now. Suffer the child who gets lost in the children, when one of a kind becomes one of the million, and each of us on his own. Where's the love of a brother in this heartbroken home? Face to face, we did it the hard way. Back to back, together alone, heart to heart, for crying out loud, you know I can be a better brother now. Walking in a suit of armor, daddy's a little hand-me-down. Inside is just a little boy who moves the arms and legs around. Heart to heart, for crying out loud, do you always have to be so goddamn proud? I can be a better brother now.
Well, thank you. What would you like to hear? May Never and On the Road and Dialogue. Okay. It's going to be a weird segue, folks. This is a John Martyn song. It's called May You Never. And I just always loved the way he did this. So whenever I do it, I hear him.
just like my very own brother to me. And you know that I love you true, I do. And you don't talk dirty behind my back, and I know that there's those that do. Please won't you bear it in mind? Love is the lesson to learn in our time. Please won't you bear it in mind for me? May you never lose your temper when you get in a barroom fight. May you never lose your woman overnight. You're just like my very own sister to me, and you know that I love you true, I do. And you don't talk dirty behind my back, and I know that there's those that do. Please won't you bear it in mind? Love is the lesson to learn in our time. Please won't you for me? May you never lay your head down without a hand to hold. May you never make your bed out in the cold. May you never lose your temper when you get in a barroom fight. May you never lose your woman overnight. May you never lose your woman overnight. May you never lose your woman overnight.
Well, thank you very much. I'm gonna do a couple more here, and I was talking about name dropping and what a great career this is. This is fun. I mean, it's true. There was years of working in the bar behind the bowling alley in Denver, and league nights were eminently forgettable. You know, the guy who tries to shake your hand while you're playing, the guy who asks you to sing the song that you just sang, and seems like every time you'd get to that ballad that you were hoping that they'd be sober enough and just perfect timing, you know, just right to play it for them. Somebody orders a grasshopper or something, and the blender goes, you know. Good times. But Janis Ian wrote this song for me. I'm very proud of it.
Some people's lives run down like clocks. One day they stop. That's all they've got. Some lives wear out like old tennis shoes. No one can use. It's sad, but it's true. Didn't anybody tell them? Didn't anybody see? Didn't anybody love them like you love me? Some people's lives fade like their dream. Too tired to rise, too tired to sleep. Yes, and some people laugh when they need to cry. They never know why. chances, why bother at all? And some people's lives are as old as their lives. They just need to be kissed. Doesn't anybody tell them? Doesn't anybody see? Doesn't anybody love them like you love me? 'Cause that's all they need.
Thanks. Well, thank you very much. Barry Manilow just recorded this song, and so now I recorded it in 1978, not on a 78, just in 78. Although I do have an 8-track of it at home. Yeah. Back when it was Christmas every day. And I'm fond of saying the song allowed me to make the down payment on the house that I can't afford anymore. But I do it now pretty much all the time just to let people know that he wasn't the guy who did it the first time, you know.
After you go, I can catch up on my reading. After you go, I'll have a lot more time for sleep. When you're gone, looks like things are gonna be a lot easier. Life will be a breeze, you know. I really should be glad, but I'm bluer than blue, sadder than sad. You're the only light this empty room has ever had. Life without you is gonna be bluer than blue. After you go, I'll have a lot more room in my closet. After you go, I'll stay out all night long if I feel good. And when you're gone, I can run through the house naked.
I always wanted to say that.
No one will ever hear me. I really should be glad, but I'm bluer than blue, sadder than sad. You're the only light this empty room has ever had. Life without you is gonna be bluer. I don't have to miss a TV show. I can start my whole life over. Change the numbers on my telephone, but the nights will sure be colder, and I'm bluer than blue, sadder than sad. You're the only light this empty room has ever had. And life without you is gonna be bluer than blue, bluer than bluer than
Thank you. Thank was thinking in the car on my way here that this is an important gig for you, important show for me. I've got old friends here and new friends, and I owe it all to Joe DeLucia, and I want to thank him and say that the Wisconsin Singer-Songwriter Series, which is hard to say, is great. It's just fun. How many years you been doing this? 5 years? Yeah. 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 Well, you know, now there are community concert series, cultural center series, or, you know, whenever people get the occasion and can kind of trump up an idea, these things are springing up everywhere, you know. And there are house concerts starting, but not 5 years ago. We're a pioneer 5 years ago, and I want to thank you for that. So.
Staying alive tonight. I gotta leave these photographs and memories. I gotta get back outside and face the day. Cause whenever I get on that train to memories, Lord, how I seem to slip away. I see Christmas scenes and summer lawns and roses, 1956 and 65. Back when we were all so young and happy, living in the best years of our lives. I can see my life pass through these pages, and I can picture every move I made. Down the line across the dusty stages, I got 30 years of marching on parade. I see Christmas scenes and Uncle Ben and Edie, 1956 and 65. Back when we were all so young and happy, and living in the best years of our lives. Someone said that time runs like a freight train. Well, I believe that time is standing fast, and I'm on the bow of my own vessel, and I'm sailing through the waters of my past. Everyone I've ever known and needed, everything I've ever dared to try, floating on the ocean of my me, leaving me living in the best years of my life. But I gotta leave these photographs and memories. I gotta get back outside and face the day. Cause whenever I get on that train to memory, Lord, how I seem to slip away. Christmas scenes, summer lawns, and roses, 1956 and 65. Back when we were all so young and happy, living in the best years of our lives. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Good evening. I just love to say that. Thanks to Neil and Leandra. Did you sign their mailing list? You need to do that. So I used to dedicate this song to every woman who'd ever wanted to go back to school and get her master's, or open up that rug shampooing business, or that espresso cart idea that was such a cool idea for the mall, or to go trekking in the Himalayas. All those wonderful things. And whoever wanted to do that, but for some reason somebody else in her life was not, I don't know what, maybe a little scared or proud or intimidated or I don't know. Jealous comes to mind. And of course every time I'd make the dedication it'd just get quiet as could be. And so I don't anymore.
He asked her, what gifts can I bring you to prove that my love for you is true? I want to make you mine forever. There's nothing on this earth I would not do. She said, anything I wanted, you have given willingly. So now there's only one more thing I need. Well, if you love me, give me wings and don't be afraid if I fly. A bird in a cage will forget how to sing. If you love me, give me wings. He walked over to the window, silently stared into space. Then he said, well, I just want to pretend, 'cause this world is a dangerous place. She put her arms around him. She said, I know you mean well, but there's lessons I must learn for myself. So if you love me, give me wings and don't be afraid to fly. A bird in a cage will find how to sing, and you can trust me. So give me wings. She said, up above the clouds, well, you can see forever. And I know you and I can learn to fly together. And if you love me, give me wings and don't be afraid if I fly. A bird in a cage will forget how to sing, and you can trust me. So give me wings if you really love me. Give me wings. Give me wings.
Good night. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot.